The trade talks between India and the European Union have entered into a decisive stage with bilateral trade already at $137 billion. Negotiators are racing against a year-end deadline to seal a free trade pact that could reshape economic ties. But the talks are complicated by high tariffs, agricultural sensitivities and US pressure over Russian oil.
We are now maximizing our efforts to finalize negotiations by the end of the year, as it was agreed by the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and Prime Minister Modi when we've been here, as I mentioned earlier this year. And we are striving to put in place an economically meaningful win-win package that brings real added value to businesses and consumers both in Europe and here in India. Because this would enable us to work together in the areas where cooperation will bring additional value and where it definitely makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, Excellency Mr. Maharoj Shevchevich, a very seasoned statesman who's been the driving force in shaping the European Union's trade and economic security policies with his deep expertise in energy.
The EU is India's largest trading partner in goods, with trade doubling over the past decade. Both sides are now pushing for a deal to boost investment, reduce trade barriers and also to strengthen supply chains. The talks have come under the shadow of US trade pressure. President Donald Trump has imposed a 50% tariff on Indian goods or Russian oil purchases. The US Treasury is also urging the EU and the G7 to impose tariffs on India and China to curb their oil trade with Russia. Now, these geopolitical frictions add uncertainty to an already sensitive negotiation. The US push for these tariffs is seen by some observers as more of a posturing move by the Trump administration. EU has so far looked to balance India and US demands and is yet to pick a side. Now, other G7 members are also expected to resist punitive tariffs on India and China, and this comes as frustration continues to mount in Washington over the lack of progress in peace talks.